The other thing he said was he plans to question the entire science services. That's a very big, broad position, not a narrow position. They're not going to just put him in charge of food. They're going to put him in charge of everything. And what he just refused to answer in terms of some questions for CNN is he refused to answer about whether he stands by his previous comments tying vax to autism. That's all you need to know about him. He refused to answer the questions. And the other thing he said was he plans to question the entire science.
Just jump in on one thing, Sunny, because I understand what you're saying about Western medicine, but there are Eastern traditions that are thousands of years old. I have a Chinese Western-trained doctor who has pointed out where the Western medicine gets it wrong. Right. We live in a country where crap is put in our food that makes us sick, and then pharmaceuticals come in and throw pills at it. So we're living in a cycle where it feeds the corporate greed to keep us not well.
I'm not against Eastern medicine, but I've been married to a Western medicine doctor for 26 years, and I trust him over anybody else telling me that what's making people have certain ailments, or if I need a knee replacement, I should just put maybe some kind of like herbal patch on it.
No, but even so, with the RFK, like he's gonna come up against the state-of-the-art best doctors in America. Many of them are careers at HHS. That's somewhere that Dr. Fauci served for many years.
Has a real medical
he's
degree.
Going to get pushed back on this idea that he's going to come in with no medical degree and just take back shelves. There are experts there who are going to challenge him.
Whoopi Goldberg rips RFK for fat-shaming people, says some people are just genetically fat and need drugs to lose weight. BS claim from a BS show. Goldberg suggested she is genetically 300 pounds woman, but thanks to Monjaro, she is now nice and slim. Sometimes people are born genetically larger.
Story time. I went to UCLA and I was there in 2016 when Trump was elected, and we're on the quarter system, so it's only 10-week classes. And in the middle, he got elected during the week 5, which was midterms, and all of my professors gave all of the students, a safe space and time off from school if they wanted to heal and quote unquote mourn the loss of our country. That's literally what they emailed us and would say. This lasted from week 5 to week 7. And so in one of my classes in week 7, I was in a small group, like teacher's assistant discussion. And those were mandatory. And I was there, it's like 25 people. And all we did was just talk about, everyone was crying, right? And I didn't say anything. I just sat there, I listened, I was respectful, I was quiet. And then the TA said, Avery, we haven't heard from you. How are you coping with this? And I said, well, I'm doing well. I voted for Trump and I think this is going to be a great 4 years. And I'm here to learn. I'm not here to talk about politics. This isn't a poli-sci class. And I got kicked out of the class. I was told to leave that class and not return for the remainder of the quarter because I was, quote unquote, a threat to my fellow students' safety. Because I voted for Donald Trump. I was a threat to their safety. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I literally just shared that I voted for him because I was asked. That was when I was like, this is insane. These people need to be stopped. We cannot be silent anymore. And I only started posting on TikTok 3 weeks ago. So if you have the fire in your belly, go for it. Because they're going to hate you anyway. I mean, I don't hate them. I hate no one. I don't hate anyone. I would never judge someone based on like really anything. However they live their life, whatever. Could care less. I care about who somebody is as a person. But they want to label me all these things like racist and misogynistic, anti-woman, transphobic, homophobic, all these things that are just simply not factually correct about me. Sad. Speak up, guys.
I have seen this recently. Some people get offended when they call them fat. I don't get the point. Sometimes calling someone like that might even stir up that person to look into it, to drop weight. Whoopi Goldberg is not happy that RFK is coming in with this idea that people should do sport to drop down or they should eat good. Whoopi Goldberg is not happy about that. And I don't see any problem with that. just because Elon Musk is against or is really not agreeing with RFK on this one, the view suddenly is changing their minds. They like Elon Musk. I was like, because Elon Musk is not having a problem with people who use this drug, Ozempic, to lose weight.
This isn't just about food.
No, it's not.
This is sometimes people are born genetically larger.
Agreed. I didn't mean to cut
No,
that
I know
out.
you didn't.
Yeah.
But I want to say this to
RFK?
That's his name. Because you're setting folks up for shame.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying. Maybe you don't know you're doing. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say you don't know, you don't realize what you do to people when you say stuff like that, because it doesn't work for everybody. And I'm going to show you, sir, because I weighed close to 300 less than 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And without the Mounjaro, this would not have happened.
There you go.
Take it off. Take it off.
There you go. And I try to tell everybody, listen, this worked for me. This may work for y'all. You cannot take it out of people's hands if it can help. Because if we can keep people healthy, if we can get rid of diabetes, if we can get rid of all of the things cardiovascular, what's wrong with trying to do that?
Nothing.
You're wrong on this, R.
Also, the side effects are not horrible. But what does Kimberly Guilfoyle think of it? That's what I want to know.
She's going to Greece. She got a body now.
Yeah. Where does Elon Musk come and RFK Jr., two medical experts? Who are they?
Elon's right on this.
Elon's right on this.
Yeah.
Also, maybe the brainworm will shrink. Never mind.
Now, statements
Wait, hold
specifically
on.
on
Let
this.
Sonny get in here.
I mean, I agree with mostly everything that's been said. I mean, we know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do. So
Whoopi said this is not just about food. A lot of people have realized that sport, eating good, can contribute to dropping weight drastically. And naturally, you don't need to use artificial things like drugs to do that. Whoopi is not happy with the idea. All through, that is what I've seen with RFK advocating for this, but I don't understand. If this can make you to lose weight, fine and good. This issue of drugs, we know the side effect of this, how it affects a lot of people. Whoopi doesn't see it as a problem. Going into something different, the other day, they had this conversation, which I saw for days now. I don't want to report videos coming from these people. Take a look at this video.
No, I don't know that seeing them celebrating in a bar made me comfortable. I mean, you killed a guy. The man is dead, and maybe you take the celebration home. You don't do it outside, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But what and people are conflicted because he was an ill man, and the more information we're learning about him now, turns out his mom had been murdered, and that may have been what set him off on his mental path.
Well, that's what his family is saying.
That's what they're saying.
And so when you look at that and you look at the result of what happened, my question is, where is our compassion as a society? Where is our compassion? And one
You can see how clueless some of these people are. Whoopi Goldberg has actually proved that many times. When I look at the whole crew on the View, sometimes I really wonder what they do here every single day. Thank you guys for always been there sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. For days now, I have been struggling to adjust this space. If you notice behind, I decided to make it black. At least it looks different from the way I shoot videos every day. A lot of people criticize me, when I see that. I struggle to improve. About the sound system, I don't know if it's a little bit better compared to how it used to be. Some people say they get echoes. I want you to know what you think.
It disturbs me is not just that.
If you're seeing some videos behind my clips, please, I'm begging on you. That is just for the algorithm. You can stop here. You must not watch to the end. I usually like to pass this information so you should understand why I'm doing so. It is for the algorithm. Sometimes they don't want to recommend videos, so we know they are sick.
Just, went like, how dare you? Do you even know what an audit is? And I'm like,
women and so many men are
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
attorney or something.
I'd never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off. Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great. Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
the election.
if I look at the big picture, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to work on this.
No matter what's going on out there in the world, of course, the worst things could happen.
One I've known, which is...
What are these drones in New Jersey?
So how many days after Trump is sworn in?
Day one.